Welcome to Your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 576. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing a book but you're having some trouble finishing it, or perhaps you're at the stage where you need help reaching more readers to let them know about your book, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online, look for Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn someone who barely sees themselves as a writer into a published book author. They are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. And once again, good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. As we do every Sunday here on the show, it is Sunday story time, where I grab a book off my shelf, whether it's one of my own books or a client book or just a book that's impacted me in some way or is currently impacting me. I read you an excerpt and then pose some sort of learning question or some way to hopefully apply what I've just read to your writing, which is, of course, the point of the show, is helping you, as I always say, write and finish writing an awesome book. So today I'm going to the classics, one of my favorite classics, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. And I'm just going to be reading a very brief excerpt. And the reason I chose this is really because it's an example for me of the simple beauty of language. It's literally about a man watching two women sit on a couch. That's right. So for me, it's all about the language, and I will explain more about that in a moment. But here is one of possibly my favorite excerpt from the entire novel. The only completely stationary object in the room was an enormous couch on which two young women were buoyed up as though upon an anchored balloon. They were both in white, and their dresses were rippling and fluttering as if they had just been blown back in after a short flight around the house. I must have stood for a few moments listening to the whip and snap of the curtains and the groan of a picture on the wall. Then there was a boom as Tom Buchanan shut the rear window and the caught wind died out about the room, and the curtains and rugs and the two young women ballooned slowly to the floor. I was so wrapped up in that. I was picturing it, just the beauty of that. So that is possibly my favorite excerpt from the novel The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. And again, this is, for me, about immersing yourself in language. In order to write this way, I believe we must immerse ourselves in the beautiful writing constantly, so it becomes a part of us. It becomes a part of who we are as authors, as writers. My question to you is, how are you immersing yourself in the beauty of language, the beauty of writing, in a way that it becomes a part of you? Are you reading the classics, reading poetry, or other mediums and artists known for their love of language? For example, in modern times, that might be David Mamet. Not everything beautiful has to be covered in the dust of olden times. To write beautifully, I know my words, to be able to take the simple act of sitting on a couch and turn it into a work of art, you must live in the world of beautiful language. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And be sure and drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook for motivation, accountability, book writing, publishing resources, and more. Until tomorrow, happy writing.